Hi everyone, my name's Carol McRae and I'm a clinical and 5-path hypnotherapist, a Reiki master and teacher of more than 20 years. I do touch for health kinesiology and I also use essential oils in my busy practice in Dubbo, helping people make change in their lives. So today I'd like to talk to you about some of the things that I do. The first thing I'm going to talk about is hypnosis. Now, I do a thing called 5-path hypnosis, which is not just about band-aids, it's not just about direct suggestion, but also about undoing the programs that might be sabotaging your life and stopping you from being the best version of you that you can be. So some of the techniques we use in 5-path hypnosis are things like age regression, sometimes past life stuff if it comes up, things like forgiveness therapy, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of ourselves, parts mediation therapy where we break the psyche down into different parts and get some answers from those parts about why we continue to do certain sabotaging behaviors. However, hypnosis is really one of the fastest ways I know to make change. And the reason is because we want to really deal with the cause. We want to find out what's driving the bus or the program and undo those triggers so that we can move forward. So I want to take you over and show you, I'm in my office right now in downtown Dubbo. And I want to show you a little picture here of an iceberg. Now you see the conscious mind is this bit up the top. It's 5 to 10% of our consciousness. The subconscious mind, however, is below the surface and it's subconscious because it's below. And it's 90 to 95%. And what that means is the conscious and subconscious parts of the mind don't really interact directly. So it means that we can find at times that we do sabotage. We might want to stop eating those chocolates, or we might want to stop being in negative relationships that keep bringing up the same feelings or behaviors. We want to stop things like cigarette smoking or different habits that come about because of those emotions. You see, generally what tends to happen is we might have an emotion like anxiety, anger, stress, whatever. And what we tend to do for most people is really just distract from those emotions. Now, people use all kinds of things for their distractions. They use things like cigarettes, food, drugs, alcohol, and even things like work. They become workaholics. But of course, they're just ways to keep so busy they don't have to feel anything. Now, the problem is, if we constantly distract and we don't actually deal with those emotions, it can lead to frustration. And if we continue to distract and not deal with those emotions, it can lead to depression. And of course, depression is just like being on this wheel going round and round. Nothing tends to change. And depression just means I feel helpless. This is hopeless. I don't know how to get off this wheel. Now, what I do know is we can't actually get rid of depression until we deal with those core emotions, which may be anxiety or anger or sadness. But hypnosis is the fastest way to be able to deal with those emotions, because in that state, we can bring up the feeling and we can track it back and find out where it's come from. So it's like a house of cards. Once we find the initial sensitizing event and we get rid of that, all the triggers disappear, the whole castle falls down, and we simply deal with what is in our life rather than all those emotional triggers that have been holding us back. We get a chance to make rapid, permanent change. And of course, that's what I'm all about. I don't want to have people constantly coming back in for year in and year out, going over the same old stuff. I want to help people make changes in their life so they get what they come in here for. And so hypnosis is the fastest way to do that. And the other things that I work with, of course, are things like Reiki. And Reiki is a form of hands-on healing. So it's using energy medicine. And what I know is when we've got emotional things going on in our life, it can cause a block in the flow of our energy field or our aura. Now I might just grab one of my books and show you a photo of the aura. I'm back. Now, this is a book called Hands of Light, and it's a great book. It was written by a lady who, Barbara Ann Brennan, who was actually a physicist for NASA. And when she was 3, she was able to see auras, and the aura really is just the electromagnetic charge around the body. And this is what she sees when she sees the aura. Now, what you'll notice is there are also 7 chakra points along the spine. But what I know is when we've got emotional things going on in our life, if we're not able to deal with those things, it will end up as a bit of a blockage in this outside field, in the outside layer of the aura. If we still can't deal with it, those blockages move in through the layers to manifest as illness or injury on the body. But of course, the emotions are generally the start of that. So the subconscious can only speak to us firstly through our feelings and our emotions. And if we don't deal with them, it can move through to cause illness or injury on the body. When we do Reiki, all we're doing is pumping energy back into that energetic field. And once that energy is pumped back in, it clears the blockage. Then the body-mind system speeds up its healing. So we get healing mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually quite often when we're doing a Reiki treatment on my little Reiki bed over there. So it's not really massage, it's just laying your hands on. And for those non-believers, I want you to think about it. Every atom has electrons, neutrons, and protons. So therefore, every atom has an electromagnetic charge. And since our body's made up of atoms, every cell has an electromagnetic charge. Every organ does, and the whole body has this electromagnetic field around it. Now, I could teach you how to feel that energy in your hands within probably a couple of minutes, but I just thought I'd just talk to you about it. Mikao Usui was the founder of Reiki Ryoho, the system of Reiki that we use. However, there are many other forms of energetic healing, things like pranic healing, which come from India, and things like Qigong that people do, and Tai Chi. They're all about clearing away blockages. Even yoga is really about clearing away energetic blocks so that we can heal body, mind, and soul. So the other things that I work with, of course, are things like Touch for Health kinesiology. And Touch for Health is also it's a form of energy medicine, but it's specific in that what we want to do is assess the state of the energy flowing through all the energy meridians in the body. And there are 14 main meridians, which really are all joined up. But if we get a block in one area, it will cause a build-up in another area, which can often cause pain. And what we want to do is clear any blockages, because those meridians go through all the organs of the body, and they can also tell us more about the state of the organs in those bodies, in those organs, and the state of the energy. And as we start to clear the blockages away, we can start to, and this is the Touch for Health wheel, but I'm just going to see if I can spin that around for you. And we can actually start to, as we clear away the blockages in these meridians. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but this, of course, is Chinese medicine that we're talking about. And as we learn to clear away blockages, and we can do it relatively fast, what we find is people's pain disappears, people's emotional traumas can also disappear. So Reiki and Touch for Health go really well together, because we can muscle test and find out exactly on the energetic level what needs to be cleared so that we can come back into balance. Now, one of the reasons I use essential oils as well, and here are some of my oils over here, and I use my essential oils at home every day, but I also do use them with my clients, because what people don't realize is they have a really amazing therapeutic effect as well. So, for example, if I've got somebody that comes in here to quit smoking, what I will quite often do is give them a little roller bottle with black pepper and cinnamon in it, and fractionated coconut oil, because what we know is those two oils, black pepper and cinnamon, actually go to the same brain receptor sites as nicotine. So they can actually put some black pepper and cinnamon and coconut oil in a jar and use some toothpicks and just sort of chew on those when they want a cigarette, or they can roll it on their body, because if they're smelling those oils, it takes about 8 seconds to get through the blood-brain barrier. If they've got them on their skin somewhere, and generally we would roll essential oils onto the soles of the feet or up and down the spine or different areas through the body to affect change, but it takes 28 to 30 seconds to get into the bloodstream, and up to 30 seconds to actually change the cells in our body. Now, we also use essential oils to boost the immune system, which has been absolutely amazing with this time of the year, with all the things that are going on in Australia at the moment. and we can diffuse certain oils that can kill viruses, bacteria, fungus, molds, all of those things. We can use them in a spray bottle to spray our bench tops down. We can use certain oils like the Easy Air, which is kind of it's got a eucalyptus and a few other beautiful oils to open the airways up. So it can be really great for seasonal threats, and it can be also really good for all sorts of other illnesses and injuries. We can use some of those oils to reduce inflammation in the body. So if I've got somebody with a bad back, I'll often say, here we go, shove this ice blue on your back. Once we put that on, it reduces inflammation, it improves the blood supply, and it increases the healing ability. So I am always using absolutely everything I can. I believe in natural therapies. I was a nurse, and I believe in modern medicine as well, but I just think the two things go hand in hand. And I think we need to remember we are not just a body with bits and pieces. We are whole beings. So we can use essential oils also for things like mood elevation. And I just think if we use absolutely everything, we have an opportunity to heal our lives, to get really strong and healthy, and to start living our best lives. Now, a lot of you don't realize, but I've had breast cancer twice and bone cancer once, and I actually healed my bone cancer, which was about this long on my rib. I healed that with Reiki, self-hypnosis and meditation, but I was also using nutrition. And so I know the power of the mind, the body, and different chemicals. I was taking vitamins back then, and I've got my doTERRA vitamins that I religiously take every day now, as well as the essential oils. So I use those, and I do a lot of work on myself to constantly keep myself at peak performance so that I can do my best to help my clients get what they need. So hopefully this information's been helpful, and it will give you a deeper understanding of the kinds of things that we can use to really affect wholeness and change, and just to heal our lives and our bodies, our minds and our spirits, and come back into feeling that we are enough, that we are here to live our best life. So have a great day, guys, and thank you for listening. And don't forget, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. My phone number is 041 334 6637. And I also have my own website, carolmccrae.com. So for more information, feel free to give me a ring, message me, text me, or just drop me a message underneath this video. Love you guys and have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.